Spike Robinson. And I thought of another question / issue, non-Church of Scientology related, that I'd love to hear you tackle. In the pagan, earth-centered traditions, there's been some influx of some truly stupid, mentally damaging ideas lately, such as the law of attraction, where everything, good or bad, that happens to you is due to the vibrations of your thoughts. And the even more sickening conceit that we choose our parents in some between-life station, which is a direct slap in the face to anybody born into adverse circumstances. Care to tackle the woolly thinking of the New Age sheeple? My simple tree-hugging religion is going down the toilet due to these infectious ideas. All right, well, in the critical thinking community that I'm familiar with and that I was introduced to, there's a term called woo, W-O-O, which encompasses all of this stuff. And then, by the way, Spike would also encompass all of your New Age tree-hugging think. I don't go that far. I actually I have tolerance for anybody's beliefs. I don't really care what anybody believes. I care what they do. And so in terms of your question, again, it's a matter of tolerance of beliefs. If somebody wants to believe that they're drawn to other people because they're on the same frequency or vibration as them, well, there's very little we're going to be able to do about that. I'll just actually kind of comment on belief right now, just because it's a good place to do so. I don't, like I said on my channel, I don't have any letters after my name. I don't have any degrees in any of this. This is just what I think and what I know from what I've studied. But belief is a funny thing to me. I think that people are going to believe things regardless of whatever you tell them or whatever you think they should or shouldn't do. Everybody, human nature is to believe. Humans are, we're kind of weak in the big picture. I mean, you put one of us in the cage with a lion, we're not going to be walking out. We're not. It's our intellect and our capacity for understanding that puts us at the top of the food chain. But there is still a very primal fear and uncertainty and doubt about who we are, where we come from, our place in the universe. And it is our beliefs that answer those questions for us, because let's face it, we don't really have lots of very solid, evidence-based answers for a lot of these questions that people have. They want to know the answers to these kinds of questions of what happens when we die? Where did we come from? Where did the universe come from? These are big questions, and they're not well answered by the Big Bang or it all just always existed. Now, I'm not saying that those answers aren't true. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that not everybody accepts those answers or is satisfied with them, and they want more. And it's just in our nature to have those things. So they're going to believe what they're going to believe. I don't happen to personally believe or think that arguing with somebody about their beliefs or calling them names or telling them how wrong they are for having them is going to get you anywhere. Because belief is a choice, and belief is something a person has. And they're always going to have it, and it's going to be as unique as their DNA. They're just going to have their beliefs. What they do with those beliefs is what can be regulated and is what can be controlled. Because I don't care what you believe, it's not okay to run around, with a butcher's knife hacking up other people or going, Joe Jihad and killing all the infidels. That's not cool. I don't care what your beliefs are. It's not cool to be doing that. And that behavior can be regulated. And that's where I think we lose the arguments against, I say we in a very broad general sense, because I'm not an atheist, like I've said. But I tend to gravitate in that direction more than I do, say, with a fundamentalist Christian or, Islamic faith, fundamentalist. I don't go there. Anyway, my point is, I think we tend to lose sight of the real argument when we start arguing faith or belief, because by its nature, it's kind of inarguable. That's what I think. But I think that you can argue action. I think you can argue against doing things with those beliefs that are objectionable. And I think we should. I think we should be doing that. And I think that those are valid arguments that should be carried forward, So that's kind of where I draw the line in the sand on faith and belief versus action. So Spike, as far as your tree hugging New Age religion goes, people are going to come in with all kinds of beliefs, and you can debate it with them, you can talk to them about it, you can maybe try to convince them otherwise. Like I said, arguing isn't going to necessarily particularly get you anywhere, but calm discussion about it, or reasoning about it, or listening and understanding, and then if they're willing to listen to your views on things. That's the only way I know of to change hearts and minds. I don't know how to do it any other way. You'll never force anybody to change their beliefs. It's literally impossible to do that. So there you go.